All right, we are live. Let's go ahead and get. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just keep an eye out on everything. We'll be good. Good, good. So hopefully everybody had a good day yesterday. Yesterday was my dental hell day. I hate the dentist. Like I said before, I'm sure they're a very nice person, but they're a dentist. I don't like them. Had a deep cleaning, which means that I was like, I don't remember anything between the hours of 8 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. I know I got home sometime around 10:30 or 11, and I must have went in the house, got in bed, passed out, and woke up at 2:30. I always have them knock me out when they do anything like deep cleaning or, the shit they did yesterday. And yeah, that sucks. Just really, really sucks. But that was my excitement yesterday, if we want to call that excitement. So we're gonna work on Mad Mage. I needed a reference, so it was really simple because I don't know if we're gonna make this statue today. We might just work on the general map without working on the statues. Maybe play some bases where they go for now, and then I'll add the statues afterwards because I'm afraid my group's going to catch up. They're going through this level pretty quick, even though they almost freaking died last week. So I need to get that done. Then I tested downloading the server that I run it on, and I cloned that world, brought it into my local server, and then fucking upgraded to V10. And that server didn't work on the upgrade. That's my live server. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to do there because I really want to move to version 10, but it's really making it difficult to move to version 10. Ah, you can't win sometimes. You just can't win. All right. I think that's set. I'm going to fix this because I know I don't have the right working environment right now set up for the pen tablet. Yeah, it's going to that. And that's not what I need to work on. Let's calibrate and then we'll start working on this map. All right. So let's open our map first, and we'll open up our assets page. And while I'm waiting for that, I mean, I just needed a real generic thing. So I did this. This was the biggest thing because it's supposed to be two statues with, you know, uh, faceless female holding a silver string between their fingers. Two of those. So I wanted to get the hand pose down. And I tell you what, that studio is awesome. It's awesome for that kind of stuff. Awesome. All right. Let's open up our asset file. Oh, we still need to finish working on this dead body. Like I said, I didn't do anything. And then this weekend when I was doing stuff, I ended up spending time playing the beta on Call of Duty. And then that pops again tomorrow, so there we go. So we might end up going in and shooting people again tomorrow. We'll see. So here's our. We need to finish this dead guy. Probably keep that like that with some of these lines. I need to do a little bit more shading to bring in this stuff. Um, I'm not going to go too super detailed. Gay Mirage, what does that even have to do with anything? All right, so this is our dead cultist. I'm thinking... Let's take a look here. So I'm thinking I need to lose this line here. Let's do a little bit of work here. So let's clear that. I think I'm going to get rid of that. And, okay, so what about gay marriage? Are you asking if I'm opposed or for? I mean, my opinion, people can do whatever the hell they want as long as it's not involving kids or killing somebody or something involuntary. So I don't have a problem. All right. So I think, did I set this up? All right, that's my shadow. That's my shadow color. Let's make sure we have the correct brush on. Like I said, I haven't been in doing any work on anything since I need to fix that. I'm not really happy with that. I think that's my shadows there, my shadow layer. Let's see. It is. Shouldn't have done that. Let's take this eraser down a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna just fucking undo all that. We can redo that shadow. I'm not real thrilled with what I have going on here anyway. So let's redo that. And then we'll need to add some puncture holes, some blood, since this guy's been sucked dry by a bunch of vampires. Um, and we'll go from there. All right, so this will go, it's too dark. Oh. All right. I'm going to erase again because I still left some remnants there. Let's do that. I think some of this is also off the sketch that I'm seeing. Let's take a look. Yeah, those are lines I'm seeing there. That's what's bothering me. Let's get rid of that. I mean, if you're coming into the channel looking for somebody that's just going to lose their shit because you say gay marriage or something, wrong place. It's a little bit better. Now we need to create our kneecap over here, right about there, there. Have it bump up a little bit here. And then we're going to take this flow down a lot. And we just went way too heavy when we did this the last time. So that gives us our kneecaps. Let's see. Are we going to worry about, we're not going to worry about musculature and all that kind of stuff on this because we don't need to. All right, now start. I feel like I need to work on that hand. So that's just not cutting it. So I think I need to go to the sketch layer. Let's switch to a hard round brush. Let's take it down quite a bit. And then let's redo. I think I want this at like 1. Let's go to black. And let's see if we can fix this. We'll need to fix that too. That's not good. Let's redo that. I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect. This is just a prop in the room, let's be honest. But, you know, it's going to bother me if it doesn't come out semi-okay. Then we need thumb. Oops, that's a real sloppy line there. Thumb to come up here. Bring that back down in here. And we're good. All right, now we'll just indicate where the nails are. And then we'll color that shit in. I mean, it's not gorgeous or anything. But it'll do. Let's go back to our soft brush. Flip back to our shadow color. And we kind of need some, oh, always do that. Let's pump this down to about 40%. Kind of that indication of those tendons and stuff there. Not super worried about it. But we do want it to actually look like a hand. Not perfect. But again, this is just a prop. They're going to walk in, see a dead guy, and be like, so let's kill everybody in the room. That's pretty much what this is for. All right, so we need this here. Let's create a little shadow there. It's a little too heavy. What's the matter, Tessa? She's grumbling. I think we're going to take that down to about 20% and build it up instead of doing what we just did. So we'll do a little bit like that. Build that up. Come in here. Once we're done with this, we can drop it on the map and then never worry about this dead cultist again. Not that we're worried anyway, but you know, gotta have that stuff. Go around the outside. Pull it back again. Come in here. We need a little bit of a shadow for the brow. A little there. Have some consistency through here. Then we'll start building up the rest of it as we go along. That's a little bit better. Now, kind of need a little bit here. Pectoral muscles come up. I feel like these pecs are a little bit low, but they're not. They are. Let's fix that. All right. Want these more in that area, like that. Let's get rid of those sketch lines because they're really making things look sketchy. Again, I don't know why I worry about stuff like this, but this is all stuff that probably make it look a little better, make it look a little better, but yeah, I don't care. We're just trying to that's a really massive navel there, isn't it? Unnaturally massive. All right. And then we can, do we care about this? Let's a little bit there. can, we're just going to use our shadows here. I'm not going to worry about coloration for this. We're going to just place one there, one there. Call that not placed in the right place. So like there and there. That's close enough for government work. Let's be honest. Now we can go up to our mid shadows, and that'll be this color. And for that, that'll just kind of overlap here. Take it down to about 20% both ways. Make it just a little bit bigger. And see how that looks. That's our mid-tone shadows. Have that kind of come through there a little bit. This will kind of go there. Mid highlights will be here. And make sure I don't want to do anything else there. Now we'll go to our mid highlights. Do that. Like right through here. A little bit on top. Oops. Gotta be careful there. I want that going over these areas. Go up a little bit there. It's almost starting to look breasty there. It's supposed to be a male cultist. We know we're going to need like a heavy highlight there. Run a little bit up through here. Not much. And let's just go to our highlight color, brightest we have. I'm going to run that, even though I don't really like what I'm doing there. We're going to do that. there. Let's zoom out and see how it looks, because let's face it, that's how they're going to see it. So, you know what? I think I'm fine with that. Let's get rid of our reference. Then we need to put some puncture wounds and some blood. So that's our dead cultist. On top of this sketch is where we'll have, this layer will be puncture wounds. Puncture sounds. What's a sound? Puncture sounds. Puncture wounds. And then blood on top of that. Blood 1. Let's see, we'll do it this way. Blood dark. I'm only going to do 3 tones on this because I'm not that worried about it. Blood mid-tone. And blood highlight. And I know we have our blood palette up there. This was one of the first palettes I made when I started getting ready to do this stuff in Photoshop, was the blood palette. Now I'm going to leave this on top because I'm going to have to throw some shadows on top. We're going to have the blood going down on this chair. I do think I'm going to go in on the chair and create a wooden ridge through here to indicate that that's a top, and that'll look a little bit better, but we'll get to that in a minute. So let's get our puncture wounds here. So I'm going to need this, and I'm going to need it to be really freaking small. So we're going to go, let's see what, there's that. Let's put they're pretty far apart. One there, one there. One there. One there. And we need to work on this too, that cloth, so we can make it oh, fuck. I just realized something. I'm looking here, and we're seeing those skin tones go over. So I think what I need to do, we got a little bit sloppy there. Just a little bit. It happens. All right. Let's find my blood palette. Bam. So how do I want to do this? I don't think I want this as a normal layer. Well, actually I do. I just have to determine let's adjust the opacity on it. And I think, let's see if we have any brushes we might want to use. We'll end up shadowing that in a little bit. All right, so that's our blood mid-tone, or blood dark. Let's go with our mid-tone here. And I think we're going to want these puncture wounds. Actually, I'll tell you what, this is how we can make our shadow down there. Let's just go with this. And let's do a soft light there. And let's see. Not perfect. I do want the puncture wounds on top though. Like that. All right, let's zoom out. That may be all I'm worried about. I pull up a little bit here. I think that's fine. You know what? We're going to call that a dead cultist. We're going to copy this. I always flatten out a copy, and that's what we'll bring over. Oh, hold on. So Shay's Lounge. I think I need. Where do I want to put that? I think we want to put that on top of the lines because I said we were going to do this. So let's do this. So for now, let's hide the cultist. So the cultist is hidden. Don't need him. He's dead. So what I'm thinking is shit. As long as I have it set up so I can add on, we're good. The monitor moved a little bit. All right, let's fill this in with some wood and see how it looks when we do it. I'm never happy with anything until I start shading it, so we'll see. Well, that's good. So we can go there, and then we can bring this in a little bit. now let's add 2 clipping layers. We'll do this one as, we're going to do soft light there, and here we're going to do, no, that's not soft light, that's multiply. I just have them in the wrong place. I always like to have these two flipped. All right, so for our shadow, I'm going to say we need to make sure we have the right brush on, number 1. It's not doing anything. Sometimes things misbehave. This is one of those sometimes. All right. Shadow layer. Oh, I'm using an eraser brush. That's really fucking smart, isn't it? Soft round. Highlight. We're gonna pick a color. Go in here. Go like that. So that gives us our indication of depth on that. Now the other issue we're having is right in here. We need to create some shadow there. I know that's our shadow shade. Then I get rid of that weird white line that's showing up there. Because that's not good. There we go. There. I think that's better. We can pull our shadows in again. Bring this brush up. See what is happening there. See, it's doing something really, really funky there. See, I don't understand why that's pulling those highlights up there. Let me see. It's not pulling the highlights up. It's just behaving strangely. Yeah, it's a little too heavy-handed there. Drop the body back on and let's see how it looks. I think we may just stick with it the way it is. That's fine. We'll call that good. All right, so let's make a duplicate of this, and we're going to flatten it. Let's merge those layers. So lounge, lounge. Dad can't spell. Dead cultist flat. And see if we can copy both of these at the same time directly into this room. It's going to go right in here. And then we're going to need to make a table with some robes draped over it, because that's where they stripped down the dead cultist and then ate him. Freaking vampires. All right, so let's see what happens when we control V. Where did I drop that? Oh. Actually, let's just do this. I put it on my shadow layer like a dumbass. Come on. There we go. In fact, I tell you what. We're going to merge those. Then we can do this super easy. Enter. So that's in the middle of the room, which would be right about there. Then I need the room description, so let's find that. Where is my room description? And then after we get everything in here that needs to go in here, this is going to be a weird room. We need to bring these purple lights in here again. And we'll need to drop some shadows down on the ground. I'm going to cast shadows even though it's going to be lit all through, so this doesn't look flat. So this is room 7C. Dead male human lies naked. Oh, fuck. We're not done. I need to just undo all of what I just did because I didn't see how flat that looks. We went through all the time to give depth and everything to the cultist. And let's get rid of the flat copy. And we didn't bother to give that any depth, so it looks flat. I was so worried about the blood and making the dude look dead and all that kind of shit that I'm like, what can we forget? What can we forget? You can also forget to pull off these useless lines. And let's make sure we're on black. Make sure we are on our hard round. Take this down to about here. And helps if I'm at 100%, doesn't it? So that's our cloth. Tell you what, we're going to go here. We'll pull it down about there for the shadow. Flip it. And for the highlight, bring out up there. Let's make sure we have these both set as the correct layer types. And let's get this done right quick and in a hurry, since I thought we had that done. Highlights. Kind of go through there, give an indication it's a little higher there. Go again. Go right in there. And now we see we need to go here. Get back to our erasing tool. Make sure it's a hard eraser. And let's zoom out. I think that quick correction, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's okay. Let's do that again. So we need to go Alt, pull that down, Dead Cultist flat, hide that cultist. So we need that and that. Copy. In fact, let's do this. I'm going to create a selection, then we'll copy. Let's paste it. You son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. One long. Let's try it again. Copy. Paste. Bam. Shouldn't be that damned hard. All right, middle of the room, dead cultist. Let's see, 1, 2, let's say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 plus partials. That's pretty damn close to the middle of the room. Let's hit transform and let's just nudge it a little bit. All right, now I'm happy. Nobody else would have noticed that, but I did. All right. Dead cultist on lounge. Done. Now let's look at the room again. So I need a robe draped over a small table. So I think what we'll do, I think I'm just going to make the table because I don't care. Let's deselect. Let's turn our grid back on. Let's see where we want to put this. So we're just going to do a small square table. Let's do this really easy. This will be a table with a robe on it. We're going to do it as a single asset. And then we're good. So new folder. This will be table with robe. Let's wait for this to not have a fit. it's working again. So we're going to select. Oh, it's not working again. I love when this misbehaves. It's the best thing ever. I'm going to have to see if they've gotten a new driver for this tablet, because this is really getting annoying. So we're going to do this as a quickie table. Take it down about there. Let's take it to 50% exactly. That's okay. Then we'll create our stroke. Let's make our stroke at 4. Get rid of our grid. Because it's going to be covered, I don't care that much about where legs or anything would be, bolts. This is just a quick table. All right, so we'll go down there for our shadow. And we'll go up here for our highlight. And we'll do the light so it's coming this way. And we're going to do this with our nice, simple airbrush. We're just going to get there and there. Tiny, how's it going? Well, COD, the beta's off until tomorrow. They had basically, last week was open beta weekend 1, and then this week will be open beta 2. Oh my God. Yeah, everything between 8 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. It's like a black hole. I don't remember anything. You know, I did a deep cleaning. But with the drugs I took, it was Halcyon and gas. You know, gas wears off pretty quickly, but I got the Halcyon so that I didn't feel shit and I didn't know anything was happening. Um, so I was just fucking out, gone, baby. Which is how I wanted it. Um, but yeah, I don't remember shit. You know, apparently 10:30, 10:45, I was able to walk out to the car. At least this is what I'm told. I came home. I must have, the wife said, you even told me where to pull up because I had her take my car, right? Uh, Instead of hers. And she said, you even told me how far to pull in, you know, to line something up with my shoulder and all this when I came in, because she's not used to pulling my car in the garage. And then I must have come in, laid down on the bed, and just passed out. I didn't drive. She drove. I just told her what to do, you know, when we got in the garage, because she's never parked in the garage. Um, and yeah, that was funny. So, and then I wake up and Tessa, you know, she'll lay on the bed with you or against you. She was laying with her head like right here staring at me, and she was sniffing my mouth. I guess she could smell the blood, and she was looking at me. And my wife was like, she's been laying like that for the last 3 hours on your chest. But she's looking at me like, are you going to die? And every couple of minutes going, smelling to make sure I'm alive and smelling the blood on my breath. So, right, little girl, you were looking out for me? She was looking out for me. The other dogs, they didn't give a fuck. And then all night she'd get up. She was laying on the sofa with me, and she'd climb up on me and start smelling my mouth again, and then climb and then lay back down. It's like every 20, 30 minutes she's checking, like, does it still smell like that? So it was kind of funny. I think I'm just gonna try to throw this down like it's a bit of cloth. No, she was really concerned. Her ears were down and flat. She was concerned instead of her ears being up like they always are. She was you're a trip, baby girl. Now Jelly, she would have just been put out that she wasn't getting attention. She would have been mad at me for that because the Jelly was very spoiled. All right, so a purple and black robe draped over a small table. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick basic purple, which is what 800080. Maybe go a little bit deeper, like about there. Keep the hue, and we'll fill that in. Do we like that hue, or do we want to go a little darker? Maybe like that. And then we'll let's create some folds. So black decoration, I'm going to say I don't feel very decorative. I might have a decorative brush. Let's see if we can find something. What about lace? Nope. Make one. I'm feeling rather lazy. Oh, wait a minute. I think that'll work. Let's see. God damn it. Stop zooming. See, I think any brush we use, by the time I pull it down in size, it's it's going to be problematic. I might need to just hand draw something on here. You know how much I hate doing that on something that like this that is so trivial. I mean, this really is trivial. Just a purple robe, purple and black robe. This is fucking trivial. So, you know what I need? I need this brush to react the way I want it to. Let's see if this does it. I'm not feeling it. See, I have some brushes. That's the big issue right now. I need to convert a ton. Oh, I don't know what happened. I guess you're talking about the DOJ appeal of the thing with him taking files that he doesn't have a right to have since he's no longer fucking president, and there's no such thing as executive power when you're no longer motherfucking president, or executive privilege. You're just a fucking citizen that has a security detail and no fucking rights to anything after that other than, being a normal dude and living your life and stop being a fucking cunt. Of course, I think that's impossible for him. Who's he being sued by? Ooh, let's see what this does. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, yeah. I mean, anybody doesn't know that guy's a fucking crook is mentally challenged. I mean, there is no doubt that he's just a motherfucking crook. Yeah, I'm gonna need to figure out. I've got brushes that I liked to use in Clip Studio that I'm gonna need to convert. He cries all the time. And the fact that here's the thing, the fact that people feed into it and even mess with being on his social media, I mean, they're fucking stupid as shit. Honestly, they're too stupid to be allowed to vote. Here, let's have a look. Oh, well, it's not just some lady. It's the Attorney General of New York that's brought that. Yeah, that's it's annoying as shit. And the fact that there's still people out there that would vote for him is just so fucking troubling. Brainwashed little peons. I think that'll work. I'm worried way too much about a robe on a table, I think. I'm just going with that. We're going to clip this down on that layer. Then I'm going to clip everything else to it. And let's just make some. It's going to. Come on, bring it up. Even though I don't want it. There we go. Who's talking about giving him amnesty? I don't think anybody's talking about that. That's like in the DOJ. They're like, yeah, fuck you. Oh, Bolsonaro. Yeah, nobody's going to give Trump amnesty for shit. We can only hope. They're taking too long to fuck him. You know, this is like a several years long bit of foreplay, and it's getting old as shit. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make this look like some cloth hanging on a table. We'll put some folds in it. Yeah, this is well, I mean, how stupid do you have to be? You know you leave the White House. You're no longer entitled to a single document that says that. And you know, oh, I declassified it. What? You declassified it so you could sell it to the highest motherfucking bidder? Because we all know you're a fucking piece of shit, Trump. Let's be honest. I mean, that just goes to show you that they need to change the entire thing about classification. They do. Yeah, the president is entitled to see every bit of classified info while he's in office, but there needs to be an actual workflow that has to be done to declassify documents, not just, I'm going to take this home so it's declassified tonight. That's fucking bullshit. Especially when we're talking about some fucking dickhead weasel like Trump. This is going to make me do it again. I have to look and see if they've come up with a new driver for this fucking thing because it's driving me insane. I may stream tomorrow. I've got to see what's going on. Um, Tomorrow's our, I guess I should remember this, but it's our 36th anniversary. She's uh she's still working, but yeah, she'll be working from home. And then I was kind of mad because tomorrow there's this thing called North Texas Giving Day where people donate to different groups, right? And I've talked about the wife volunteers with the crazy dog ladies and captures animals and stuff when they uh when they get out. So she's like, well, tomorrow's North Texas Giving Day. And there, I've got to be there. I'm like, well, tomorrow's our 36th anniversary. You should kind of be there, especially when we're talking about. I'll be blunt. I I don't like the woman who is like the head of this group. I don't like her at all. She ended up causing a divorce with somebody who's still in the group by behaving inappropriately. Um, I just I don't like her at all. And I'm just like, you know how much I fucking hate that woman and that group because of the shit that they've done. You know, yeah, they do good stuff for animals, but as far as human beings, they suck. And I'm like, we should just go out and have fucking dinner and yeah, save the animals is fine, but all right, so one of the women in there, um, she ended up getting divorced because this woman was kissing her at the other woman's wife's birthday party. And my wife's like, but it wasn't that kind of kiss. It was a friendly kiss on the lips. I said, okay, so that means that I can go up and just kiss any woman that I see, and you're not going to get bent out of shape, right? So that's all cool. No, that's not cool. I said, well, it wasn't fucking cool then either. You know, she tries to make excuses for this woman being a fucking scumbag. And I'm like, it's the same fucking thing. Yeah, that would be me, Luca. I'd have to go up and kiss some dude, or some dude come over and kiss me, and my wife be like, "Oh, I'm okay with that," and I'd be like, "No, that's not okay. Me kissing anybody I'm not married to, unless it's on the cheek to a family member when you're saying bye or something like that. You know what I mean? Because that's how some families are. I don't really dig anybody being in my personal space, but a lot of people in my family are like that. hug and a kiss on the cheek, and I'm like, get out of my personal space. But I'd have a problem with my spouse kissing somebody, and that caused this it's major fucking event. We're at that birthday party. This is major motherfucking fight and pile of bullshit. And yeah, I'm not I'm not into that. You know, the appearance of cheating. I'm not into that. Or you know what I should say? I'm not into being disrespectful to your spouse. And that's what it was. So I'm going to do a shadow cast on this table. Kind of like that. But yeah, that's just it's disrespectful to your spouse or significant other. But no, Tiny, they weren't in an open relationship. And the woman who's part of that started that group and that runs it, um, she's married to a guy and she's out kissing some chick. I don't think her husband would approve of that unless he's into that. I don't know if they do like an open marriage thing, but the other couple, they definitely weren't in an open marriage thing because we ended up, I, I saw all the shit happen and it started getting stupid. And I said to the wife, "We're fucking leaving. I'm not getting involved in this bullshit." And we left. And it turned into a fist fight like after we left. So that was a good thing because I don't need to be in a fight punching anybody. So I'm just going to flatten this. We'll call this table with the robes on it done. It's not perfect. I don't really care. I just need it done. I need to get this map done. I've been dicking around with this map for a while, all because the there's so many statues and dead bodies and stuff in there. I don't know. I don't know if I said something about it before, but I used to perform weddings for people, secular services for people that, they don't want to deal with the religious wedding. So basically, atheist, agnostic, stuff like that. I'd perform weddings, um, and so I performed a wedding for this one couple, and afterwards there was a wasn't really a reception. It was just a really small wedding, a few people going out. And the woman takes me aside, and this is when I find out she's a fucking swinger, and get invited to a swinger party. And I'm like, yeah, my wife wouldn't be into that. So no, thank you. I wouldn't be into that because I really don't feel like getting a venereal disease. That's pretty much what it was, a swingers wedding party. And I'm like, that's just not my thing. Thank you. I appreciate the offer, but no. I think that table looks really good. No, fortunately, it wasn't a naked wedding. Um, I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, it is easy dress code, right? Just make sure you shave all the areas you want to shave, and you go. But I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have performed that wedding either. So, yeah, exactly. So I'm going to drop the shadows down in here. Let me find my shadow folder. So, interior shadows. I'm going to pick up my shadow color from here. There we go. And let's go ahead and drop this real quick. But yeah, that's I knew that's not my thing. It's not my wife's thing. I told her about it and she's like, "Fuck no." And I'm fine with that. I mean, I said, "You don't have to worry." I told them not a thing, not going to happen. I was polite and said thank you, but no. I'm polite to everybody. You know, it wasn't Here's the thing. It wasn't like a rude or nasty comment or request. It was, "Hey, would you like to?" And I'm like, I appreciate that, but no. Exactly. I don't, it's one of those things. If that's what you're into, go for it. It's just not my thing. All right, I need one of these down here. And then we could start placing a bunch of these purple flame things all over the place. So let's figure out where we want them. I'm going to say one on each side of the door. Tell you, that's one thing you never know what you're going to jump into in the stream, do you, Tiny? Or where it's going to segue. Let's see. There we go. Sometimes they just don't want to push up where I want them to be. That can be maddening as well. And then we're going to have to add our purple lighting in here. You know what? One thing I really do like about using Photoshop over Clip Studio is I can pick up any asset on the screen without having to do like this finger contortion on the keyboard, because there were like three keys you'd have to hold down to select something that didn't end up just picking up a random object. Like, if I were to pick something up here, it could be the shadow, it could be the table, it could be the underfloor shadow, it could be the grid, it could be that. I never knew what I was going to pick up. I had to pick the exact layer on there, where Photoshop doesn't screw me that way. So I like not being screwed that way. Yeah, I mean, just being able to hold down Alt and move things, it's so nice. You know, create a duplicate. Yeah, it makes things so easy. You know, I've got. Is it even the correct verbiage to say I've got a hard on right now for fucking Clip Studio because I'm just really pissed at them. I'm really pissed at them. Really pissed. So I think what I need to do here, let's no, I didn't do that um because I don't think I'll ever use it. So that's that area. We're going to do that. Then I can place the lights down and not worry about erasing on the walls. Um, is it the adjustments layer? Where did I put that? Oh, I bet this is it. And that's problematic. Let's see if it works the way I really want it to work in this room, or I might have to maybe create a new. Yeah, vectors are really nice. It takes care of the pixelation. And that was what was nice in Clip Studio Paint is you did have vector layers and you could make adjustments in there and it didn't become pixelated. I wish Photoshop had vector layers like that. I don't think it does. But it would be really nice if it did have, the vector layers. I'm thinking that didn't pick the color up right. Or did I have the opacity turned down when I did it? Oh, it's doing it again. They're more complicated. Who would have guessed? Is that going to work? There it is. Now I need to add this purple hue. So I think what I'm going to do is this. It's out a layer. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Add a layer. Brain should listen. And you know what? We're going to, I think I'm going to do soft light. Let's see if we paint a little soft light on this. Let me respond to my wife real quick. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? You know what? I think I'm just going to leave it like that. We don't need to add a hue to it. Let's leave it like that. Let's leave it there. SVG? I don't think so. Hold on, my wife's pestering me. Let me call her before she does something really stupid. Hold on. Driving me nuts. I know. I think my wife's getting a phishing thing saying that somebody's trying to sign in on via Mac to one of her accounts, and it's got the little Google symbol, but I think they're phishing. So I'm on her Mac looking at her messages and Googles and shit, and I'm making sure that I told her ignore it, that they're phishing for the sign in, and yeah. She's the kind of person that'll fall for that phishing shit. Whereas my response to everything is, fuck you. She needs to learn that response. That room's done. I think I'm happy with it. And let's see. If I turn this layer off, it's not even noticeable. Oh, it's a little noticeable. We'll leave it like that. No, my response when I see any emails like that or messages, where it says something and it's even saying, somebody's trying to log in and she said the email address is wrong that the phishing thing is showing, and I'm like, just ignore it. She's gonna have to yeah. All right, so we'll leave that room like that. We'll call it done. Next room is room 8. Let me talk to her real quick. Nothing like stupid shit. All right. Oh, wow. So in this room, there's a sunblade. She's going to have to do that when she gets home. Because if I go in and start setting up, I told her she needs to set up two-factor authentication on her fucking accounts. What she needs to do, I mean, I got set up using OnePass and use that as my password repository. And then I set up, individual long, stupid passwords. Um, so it's not impossible, really difficult. And I set up OnePass for her and told her set up that shit on all of your accounts and like on Google and stuff like that, set up two-factor authentication. And that's too hard. It's like I'm dealing with an old fart. It's too hard. Oh, like flasks. But I mean, all you need is like a long, ridiculous security passcode for your one pass, and then that has individual passwords for everything you use. And that's what I do for every login on the internet now is I have everything set up on one pass. And it's not that hard. She really needs to just fucking do it. All right, so this room actually has something really cool in it. There's fog, and in the middle of the room under the fog there is a sunblade. Basically a hilt laying on the floor. And let's read the description. It appears to be a longsword hilt. When grasping the hilt, you can use a bonus action to cause a blade of pure radiance to spring into existence or make the blade disappear. When the blade exists, the magic longsword has the finesse property. If you are proficient with short swords or longswords, you are proficient with a sunblade. Gain +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon, which deals radiant damage instead of slashing. When you hit an undead target, it deals an extra 1d8 of damage. Sword's luminous blade emits a light 15-foot radius, dim light an additional 15 feet. So, I mean, it's not super awesome, but it's a cool item. So I guess I need to make a hilt to throw on the floor. I mean, you know what? Passwords have become such a massive pain in the ass because of all the stupid shit you have to deal with. You know what I mean? And it really, really is annoying as fuck. It shouldn't be like that where you have to worry about every little thing, but scumbags have to make life difficult. All right, I forget what brush I used for the fog. Exactly. That is pretty much what passwords require nowadays. It's fucking ridiculous. And it shouldn't have to be like that. But there's just so many there's so many pieces of shit in the world that it's gotten ridiculous. All right, so that's our fog in that room. Let's create this hilt. So we'll do it inside of here. So I'll ask you this, Tiny. Symmetry ruler, does it exist in here? Since I like to abuse the shit out of that symmetry ruler. I'm going to make it fairly big. Where would I find it? Because I want to throw it right down the middle here. Let's see. View. So paintbrush. Brush settings. I'm assuming you mean in here. I'm going to fill this real quick. Ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! think that's in the middle. All right, that's good. So I think I'm going to make this just like a generic hilt. Um, so it can be used again in the future. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I end up needing stuff like that all the time. See, I used it before, like one time before, and I haven't used it since. So that's the problem. God damn it. I think I'm going to just do that. Hilt's going to be huge. So let's turn the symmetry ruler off now. And we're going to do this as quick and painless as possible. Now, oh my God, it's doing it again. You know what? While we're waiting for this to decide to be a not be a dick anymore, the fuck is going on? I'm gonna real quick go to Huion, see if there's a new driver. This is version. So that's my firmware version. That's 22 plus. Windows. Driver. Newest driver was June 21st. So that's correct. Let's see if there's new firmware. So I'll have to see if there's a new firmware update or something. Maybe that'll take care of this annoying crap that keeps happening. All right, let's do this. It's not fancy, but you know what? It's a fucking sword hilt. And that's all I'm doing. Come on, you know you're going to pop up. There we go. sword hilt. We're going to copy it, and we're going to drop it. And we're going to call that room fucking done. Good enough. That's our sun sword. Done. Room 8 complete. Or sun blade, I should say. I like easy rooms. Easy rooms are good. That's a big hilt. I don't care. All right. Let's see. Room 9. I need my map. My reference map. See, it's nice when some of these things are quick and easy. It makes life easy. Unfortunately, everything's not easy. All right, so I'm going to pull that up there so I'll be able to see it. Room 9. Okay. Let's that's nice. The fuck just happened there? There we go. So room 9 is this area here. Let's see what it says. Double door carved in the double door north are two figures, skeletal warrior clutching. It doesn't matter. 12 human cultists of Shar chanting outside the doors. Crawling around their feet are 4 swarms of rats. So that's stuff that can be put in here. Mounted on the walls of back walls of 4 wide alcoves are rusty iron sconces, each holding a torch coated in black wax that burns with a purple flame. So we need our... These alcoves just have the flames in them. So I like that. We can just pull one of those over. So let's do that. It keeps wanting to jump on that wall, and that's not where I want it to go.
Today I'm going to share with you one shortcut, one button to turn off the annoying snapping in Photoshop. Now snapping is something which you don't want to turn off permanently. You want to keep it, but sometimes it can be a little annoying. Let me just show that to you. So if we press Ctrl or Command R, the rulers show up. Now let's drag a guide from the ruler and let's select the snap layer and let's bring it closer to the guide. You will see it will try to snap to the guide, which is nice. But snapping is something which you don't want to turn off permanently. You want to keep it, but sometimes it can be a little annoying. Let me just show that to you. So if we press Ctrl or Command R, the rulers show up. Now let's drag a guide from the ruler and let's select the snap layer and let's bring it closer to the guide. You will see it will try to snap to the guide, which is nice. But what if I want to align this part of the S to the guide? It's just not happening. You want to turn off snapping momentarily. So of course you can go to view and then turn off the snap, and then you can just align it that way and then turn back on the snap because it can be useful sometimes. Or you can do this. This is the shortcut. You can hold the control when you don't need the snap and it's moving manually in any which way you want, in any direction, any position, whatever you want. So keep in mind, you can always go to the view menu and keep the snap turned on, and whenever you don't need it, you can hold the control or command. So that's it for today. Keep creating.
See, the thing is, once you see those little lines pop like that, God damn it. Then you know you're good. There we go. Fucking snap. All right, so this room we just need the purple light, purple torches. Let's go in here, go there. Oh, you know what I want to do first? You probably don't know what I want to do first, but I'm going to tell you. I'm going to select this out. And that way, when we drop our light here, it won't do stupid things. Oh, that's doing stupid things because I did something dumb when I made it. All right. So that gets that ready for what we need to do. We've got our purple torch selected. We have this, and let's bump this brush up. All right, that's good. Definitely have a lot of purple torches to worry about in here. We're in purple torch hell. Next room up is room 10. Purple flames, black. Oh, oh, wow. So I think what I need to do, because this room's a little different, instead of having these torches, it's got niches in the walls, but I don't want to draw niches. What I want to do is maybe create like a little um, bump out and then show the candles there with a purple flame with a real subtle light on it. I think that'll be a nicer touch to it. So I think that's how we'll handle this room. Um, there's also a stone pillar, a each one, let's see, 6 fanatics are chanting in unison. Each one stands next to a black stone pillar and is focused on a roiling fog cloud 8 feet in diameter that floats at the center of the room, 10 feet above the floor. Lines of black energy run between the pillars and the cloud. So we'll need something that looks like, I guess, black lightning, right? We'll need to create 6 pillars in the room, and we'll have a cloud there of fog shooting off energy to these pillars. Okay, so that'll be the next thing we need to work on. But I'm going to get off. I have some stuff to do, and I need to prep for this evening's game. We got some done. I mean, I wanted to get more, but we did get this dead cultist finished, the table with that. We created the hilt with the fog in there. Um, and this has been nice and easy. Move these things with these purple torches. So the next thing we'll do, we're going to create some little sconces or juts or whatever we want to do to throw some candles on in this room, and we'll create some black pillars. It is black pillars, right? Yeah, black stone pillars. And that room should be pretty easy. I will. I know where I've got my lightning brush and stuff like that. That's actually in Clip Studio. So I need to move that over so I have a lightning brush here in Photoshop. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do that, and then we'll be good. But that's going to be it for now. Everybody, have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you tomorrow. We'll probably be working on this. We may play Call of Duty. My day is going to be a little goofy because of anniversary, and I'm thinking about playing some golf. So we'll see what we end up doing tomorrow, and that'll determine what we do in the afternoon when we try to stream. So have a great day. We'll catch you later.